welcome Michael Harville!
Mississippi Moon Bar, how y'all doing? Oh my God, this is a good looking audience. But let me get a little feedback. Do I look good or what? I recently lost 60 pounds. Who said cancer was all bad? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am from Ottumwa, Iowa. Some of you may remember Ottumwa as being the birthplace of the fictional character Radar O'Reilly. Some of you may know Ottumwa because it's the birthplace of a real live celebrity, Tom Arnold. He's the guy that got famous for sleeping with Roseanne Barr. That'll tell you what our taste in women runs toward back home. But a little known fact, and if anybody can back me up on this, I'd appreciate it. Ottumwa, Iowa is also famous because we have the highest unsolved murder rate per capita in the free world. Somebody's heard about that? Thank you. That's enough to continue the gig. I think the reason we have the highest unsolved murder rate is because we are so inbred that all the DNA profiles are the same. And there are no dental records. Let me tell you how inbred my hometown is, folks. I didn't find out I had a half-sister until our 5th date. And oh, that messed me up too, man. I went from being a knocking stud, dating a 6-foot blonde, to being an uncle with benefits. So I heard a news story on the way up here. I heard a 75-year-old pet shop owner was recently fined $1,500 when she violated animal cruelty laws by selling a goldfish to a mentally handicapped young man. $1,500 for a goldfish? I wonder what the fine would be for selling a puppy to Michael Vick. Or worse yet, gerbils to Richard Gere. Another news story I heard is the Pope came out in a news conference and said that ordaining a female priest into the Catholic Church would be a sin on par with pedophilia. Or in other words, no big deal. You'll have to bear with me, folks. I'm a little bit off my game tonight. I broke up with my girlfriend of 12 years yesterday. Well, I had to break up with her. It turns out it's a felony to sleep with a girl that young. And I knew the relationship was over, too, when she said the most hurtful words I'd ever heard. She comes stomping up onto my porch, sticks her finger in my chest, and goes, "This is the guy, officer." No, actually, the real reason I broke up with my girlfriend is she was just getting too kinky with me. At first, she said we should spice up our love life. She recommended a 3-way. I was all down for the cause, too, until I figured out she was talking about herself and 3 other guys. Yeah, gal can't count anyway. But she got into anal sex, folks, and she just took it too far, man. Every day she wanted to have anal sex. I'm fine 2-3 times a week. But more than that, and that shit starts to hurt. The real reason I broke up with my girlfriend, ladies and gentlemen, is I just don't do well in a committed relationship. I read a study one time that said 60% of all women in a committed relationship cheat on their significant others. And I believe it, too, because my girlfriend was cheating on her husband. Oh, I'm having fun tonight, folks. Are y'all having fun? Hey, let's give a big round of applause to all the good-looking women in the audience here tonight. You know, when it comes to good-looking women, I know one thing. I know that I don't stand a chance. Look at me, folks. I'm fat, I'm a comedian, I'm broke. I drive a 91 shitbox. It's parked outside. I couldn't use that thing as pussy bait if it had the words free candy stenciled on the side. I couldn't get laid in this bar tonight if I had an 18-inch dick that dispensed tequila. I'll tell you what. I don't know what my problem with women is. I don't really. I mean, I'm honest, I'm loyal, I'm truthful. I would never cheat on a woman. I am a one-woman man. One woman at a time. Because let's face it, folks, with the size of the girls I date, you couldn't fit 3 of us into a bed. I'll tell you what, I want to get kinky with them, but I can't afford to buy that much rope. Next time I want to have a menage a trois, I'm going to have to rent a conference room and some tumbling mats. Get a couple of midgets in Oompa Loompa bondage gear to act as safety spotters, you know? So my friends tell me I have a predatory approach to dating. And by predatory, they mean I'll pretty much mount anything I can separate from the herd. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, many's the time I've strapped on the beer goggles, went down to the local watering hole, and drug home a wildebeest. I tell you what, folks, I was so drunk one night, I thought it was a good idea to take this girl home. I know she was deaf. I suspect she was retarded. And I tell you what, the next morning, I was so ashamed of myself that I had to break all of her fingers so she wouldn't tell nobody. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's this kind of humor that's going to see me burning in hell. And you're all coming with me. Let's go marching to the lake of fire. Where was I? Oh, yeah. I remember I took this gal home from a bar one night. When we did our business, I hopped up out of bed, got dressed like I was going to go home, and she started cussing me. She cussed me like I owed her money, which I did, but different story, different story. She tells me, you lied, you dirty SOB. You told me you was going to love me forever. Well, you told me you were a woman. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in the presence of greatness tonight. You may not know this, but I am the 5-time All-Invitational Southeast Iowa Hogging Champion. I can tell by the stunned expression on this gal's face she's not familiar with the term, so I'll go ahead and lay it out for you, sweetheart. Hogging is when you and about 5 of your buddies go out and get absolutely shit-faced, knee-walking drunk and drag home the saddest, nastiest chick you can find. Now, the reason that I am the 5-time All-Invitational Southeast Iowa Hogging Champion is because I don't have to get drunk first. I ain't ashamed to admit it. I'll hit that shit stone cold sober, folks. I've slept with chicks that were so ugly they make Ron Jeremy puke. Why, just last weekend I got a hold of a gal that was so fat she had cooter crack all the way up to her belly button. I tell you what, this old gal come up to me the other day. She was all excited. She had one of these women's magazines, had an article, says, does your man stack up? Had a little pull-out diagram of a dick. And there's little hash marks on this dick, like almost there, above average, you know, all the way up to John Holmes' bitch splitter. You know what it said when she measured me? Copyright, Ladies' Home Journal. One last thing, and then I'm getting off, folks. I was walking through the personal hygiene section of Walmart the other day, and I saw a product that completely blew my mind. Has anybody ever heard of this? It's called KY Warming Jelly. I can see the grin on your face from here, sweetheart. I'm talking to you after the show. Who is this product for, folks? Call me old-fashioned, call me a stick in the mud, but this ain't for me. You see, I've had warming jelly on my junk before. Didn't work out too well. Maybe you remember the product. It's called Icy Hot. Remember how they used to pimp that shit? Icy Hot goes on cool to soothe, then heats up like it's gonna burn your dick off. Oh, what are you laughing at, chucklehead? I was 11 years old, outside in my bare feet, teabagging a snowbank, just praying to God the pain would go away. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Harville. You have been fantastic.
Michael Harville, big round of applause. Would you get one more time? Woo! We have the mic stand. Oh, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, you are in charge of the People's Choice Award winner. On your tables are those ballots. Please, please, please fill those out if you would. Rate the comments from 1 to 7. Drop it in the box after the show. You guys can choose the People's Choice on the back. Fill that out with your name, address, phone number. Get a chance to win a $100. Give us it to the Woodfire Grill. You guys ready to keep it going? Are you ready to keep it going? All the way from St. Louis, Missouri. Give it up for Mr.